outside is not that cold, and if you take my hand, I'll walk with you to Georgia.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Country with Celine. I'm your host, Celine Shamarky, and on today's show, we welcome Grand Scott Fleming.
Why'd you have to go so far? Take another piece of this heart. You could've left it with the last goodbye. Why'd you have to show up tonight? I don't wanna be reminded. I'm trying, and I'm barely getting by. Why'd you have to go so far?
Graham, how are you doing today?
Yeah. No, I'm doing good. It's nice to see you, and thank you for having me on.
I know, nice to finally see you, even though it's not in person. It's still seeing you, because the last time we chatted was back in Blue Mountains Country Cares concert back in, I think it was August of 2021. So a few months
Yeah, in the summer.
Yeah.
I know. I was so happy to run into you there, though. That was a fun day. I think that was one of my first outings at a concert, because I've been kind of tucked away. So it was nice to see everybody and hear live music again and run into you.
Yeah, I run into you. I think you had a bit one too many. I remember the conversation.
If that's not classic GSF, I don't know what that is then.
I loved it. Honestly, your video made my demo reel.
Well, I'll take it. I'm sorry, and also you're welcome.
Thank you. Okay, so let's dive into some music first off. So you have dropped your latest single, Betterment. Okay. How are you feeling?
It's been amazing. Again, it's a weird time to be releasing music, but also a beautiful time to be releasing music. This is my third single this year, and it's I feel like almost every time when I release, we're going into another lockdown. So it's nice because a lot of people are home and streaming it, but at the same time, I'm so ready to get out and play this live, all three of these singles and much more music live for people. So still praying for that day. But yeah, Better Man has been amazing. It's one of my most personal and most vulnerable songs, I would say. So the fact that people are relating to it is, or can relate to it, and are responding to it is beautiful and special.
Myself up and just find my way. Oh yeah, I could be a better man. I don't need love. I'll do what I've done, but do it as a better man.
You just said it's one of your more personal and vulnerable songs. So can you explain the story behind it and how Better Man came to life?
Yeah, it was just I guess it was one of my darker times, or my most sad times, and I spent a lot of time after a breakup, I guess. Yes, it's one of those breakup songs, but it really can relate to anyone going through a tough time and kind of, sitting in, as I say, one of my lines, in a pity party. You once you sit in that negativity or something that goes wrong, you kind of just keep defeating yourself into this small little bubble. And I just remember one day being like, how do I get out of this? What do I do? Who can I reach out to? And I think that was my problem right there. It's when you're in those positions, the only person that can really help you is yourself. Mm-hmm. And so it took me a while to realize that, but I remember just picking up my journal and I was writing exactly what I was feeling. And then, me having a music brain and music being my therapy and my escape, I started writing melodies and, lines to it and kind of adjusting it. And I was like, oh, this could be a kind of a dope song. And it's funny because I was writing this right as I was recording my last group of songs. And the day before the studio is when I wrote this. And so I took to the boys in the morning and I was like, guys, I'm sorry. We have to swap out a song like this. I want to do this one. And they loved it too. And we actually wrote the music as we were recording it. And so it was just one of those songs that had to happen. And now that it's out and released, it is one of those feel good songs that I can, sing out and still think back to. But yeah.
Everything happens for a reason.
I totally believe that as well. But I think the most important thing of this, and for myself, is to realize that only you can take you out of these funks. You can't put your happiness or, rely on anyone else to get you back on your feet. You got to realize where you are and where you're going.
You just hit my point. That was my follow-up point was exactly that. And it's so true because you can only help yourself. I mean, you can't always depend on other people. If you want to change your life, you need to take control of your life and change it because no one else is going to change it for you. That's not how it works.
It 100% is. I feel like I've always been like the class clown or like the guy that shows up to the room to make you laugh or, you know, I take a lot of what other people are doing and I never really focus any of it onto myself. And so when I am in a time of need, I've always like reached out for help from other people, which is also important. If you need to reach out, that's very important. But I've never really taken the time to, you know, sit in my feelings and really think of what I need. And that's how this song came out. So I'm happy that, again, people can relate to it in some sort of way.
Well, we're happy that song gets to see the light of the day, right? That's
yes.
Saying, right?
Yeah, it is now.
It is now.
Yeah.
Now on a higher note.
Yeah, I was like, we need to pick this up.
Pick it up a little bit. High Life. So I remember when I listened to that song, I'm not going to lie, I listened to it the day that I met you, and I was like, holy crap, this song is so good. And now Front Porch even put it as number 4 of their Song of the Year. So that song is going crazy.
Hey, Mom and Daddy, I'm doing just fine. You don't need to worry about a thing tonight. I'm on my way. I'm gonna make it big someday. And he went knocking on every local bar in the city, playing everywhere he could. And all it takes is the one night, one bite, one chance, 1 minute in the spotlight.
I mean, that was like when I got that message in the morning, I was like, what? Again, like these are just it. I guess when I used to write music, I used to write music that I thought people wanted to hear. And I would sing a certain way that I thought fit the mold. And then these songs are just like my stories. Like I started writing just because it was my life and part of my life. And I think that's what makes it more authentic. But High Life was like, I guess I'm from a really small town. And I've ended up being able to work internationally, which is really cool. And I just remember one day being in LA and I was with some higher named people and I was like, what the hell is my life? Like, I remember just like pounding the pavements in the acting world, like trying to get stuff going. And I did so many shows for free. And then I've worked myself up to this cool place. And I don't think, again, you don't take the time to realize like where you are and what you're doing, even in your happiest moments. And so I just remember having that thought and then realizing where I was and how cool it was. So then this song again just spilled out. But
you always reflect like after, because in the moment it doesn't feel real and you're just kind of like, this is like what's going on? Like you're kind of it's like an out of body experience when like you wanted something for so long and then when it's happening it's just like, is this happening? And then
it's so true.
You realize what's like going on and you start to reflect and you're like, holy geez, like my life is totally different. But so small town kid, I remember us chatting about acting and all of this stuff. So I want to touch on this. So you were on the Broadway musical of Kinky Boots. So that is like one of Toronto's biggest Broadway shows. Yeah.
That was like my first big show that I ever did. It was like 7 auditions. I was like 22 or something crazy. And Cyndi Lauper was my boss in Toronto for a whole year, which was really cool.
And then you also went to New York City to make your Broadway debut too. And you were also on a HallMark Christmas movie. Forget about that.
Yep. Yeah.
If any of you guys want to go watch it, it's called Love You Like Christmas. And Graham also wrote the song title to that movie too. So that's pretty cool. So how did you get involved in the arts? Did you start when you were younger? You knew you wanted to be a singer, an actor in Broadway. Did you know, or was it something that just kind of happened when you grew up?
Yeah, I guess, like I said earlier, I was kind of always the class clown. And then I remember in high school, it's like a Glee story. Like I played every sport. I was the president of the Students Athletic Association in high school. And I just remember like jokingly singing the American National Anthem. And my music teacher, Mr. LaFave, walked by and he was like, you can sing, like you should come join blues band. I was like, absolutely not.
Wait. You know who you are? I will say who you are. You are Troy Bolton.
Oh my, you know the world can
Sports?
see
There we
us.
go. Well, from sports, like the sports guy to the arts guy. Come on, that's literally Troy Bolton.
I will take it. You know what? High School Musical was the first uh, theater show I ever did. I was like one of the kids selected to be in the ensemble of like the professional thing.
I'm so jealous.
That's so funny.
That's cool.
But yeah, I like that's when I learned music or learned that I had a passion for music, but I still didn't quite lock it in that I was going to be doing that. So I went to school for teaching at the University of Windsor to teach drama and education. So I learned how to teach curriculum using the arts, which was really cool. But like second year, I think I booked my first show, and when I hit that stage for the first time, I was like, oh shit, this is a feeling that I've never really had before, and like this is what I want to pursue. And it was a very tough conversation with my parents, of course, but they have always been completely supportive of everything I've ever done, and it was definitely a learning experience. But from there on, I promised myself that I would pound the pavement until I did something extraordinary to make my parents proud, and I think that all came together kind of when I booked Kinky Boots. So that year, it was 2015, but 2016, I closed Kinky Boots, and right after I was doing my very first EP. Well, I filmed the movie for HallMark, and in 2 months after that, I moved to do my Broadway debut. So I was like, it was kind of like that glorious moment of everything is happening, everything's finally happening, and then cut to 2 years later, COVID hit.
And then cut. Yes. Hopefully it clears up again, and
Oh,
hopefully, we don't even need to get into that topic. That's
yeah.
But so, are you thinking about going back on Broadway? Would you ever, if given the opportunity again, would you go do it again?
I think eventually, but my passion has always been country music, and I think actually COVID, the break, was a blessing in disguise. Like it really sucked at the time, but it did, again, like I've been saying, made me sit and reflect in my own brain and my own feelings and my own thoughts, and I was able to write a whole bunch of music and record them and release them. So it's like what I've always wanted is finally happening, and I don't know, it's super exciting. I obviously have a passion for acting as well, but I think acting will always kind of be there. I think the stories I want to tell right now are important, and I want to get that out there. So
Well, let's sit and reflect a little bit right now on
okay,
2021. What are you most grateful for about that year?
2021.
Yes.
I have to say health first and foremost, because my whole family, we've kind of all had things go on here and there, and we've all made it through. And so, knock on wood, I'm very thankful for that. But definitely, this music and connecting with people, it's been a really cool experience transitioning from the theater world where I have worked myself up in a way where I can reach out to people and feel very comfortable. Moving into this scene, I wasn't really connected in many ways, and every single person that I have met in this scene, including yourself, has just been so gracious and so kind and so heartwarming to me, and introducing me to the next person, and being there and supporting me. And it's just like, holy man, like especially in a time like this, the community having that is so important, and I've just lucked out meeting the most incredible people. So yeah, that and the music, I mean,
Country
that's it.
is a family. Like it really is.
100%. Like the
And-
CCMAs,
yes.
it was wild to me. I was expecting to come and it'd be like this professional, like it is a professional thing, obviously, but I expected everyone to be like in their own seats, and like that's what it was, and you don't talk to them. And it was like, no, everyone was in the same room. We were having everyone was talking to everybody. It was just so cool. Like it literally felt like a family.
Yeah. They're so welcoming. Even like when I started country with Celine from the beginning, I was kind of like, oh, I don't know, are people gonna accept it? Are people gonna want to come on my show? Like, are they gonna want to talk to me? Then I was thinking about people in the industry. I'm like, I don't want to step on anybody's toes. What if they don't like me? What if they? Like none of that happened. Everybody was so kind, like from the artists like yourselves to people in the industry, and it's just I've met people in the States who run like country podcasts, country social media accounts, and I've literally become friends with all of them. So it's pretty crazy how like country music connects so many people, and it's truly is a little bit biased here, but it's the best family, I'm just saying.
I agree. But I think it's just everyone who likes country music. Like we all like country music for a reason, and I think country music is that feel good genre where you can listen to it, even if it's a sad song, you will walk away feeling almost a little better because you got that out. But I think all the people who are in it, it's like we're just all these feel good people with kind of the same energy, and yeah, it's really cool to connect with everybody.
And we all have similar goals too. Like for the artist, you guys want to make it big with country music on the artist side, but for like professionals like myself, like the personality side, like I want to make it on the radio or the television. So like we both have the same goals, and I feel like we're all even helping each other out too, because we're all starting out.
Yeah. I was just gonna say it doesn't feel like a competition.
No.
Like whereas in a lot of other things like acting, it kind of is a competition till you get the role. It's not a competition, but it kind of is. But whereas this, like we're still all competing for slots on the radio or, you know, festivals or whatever, but it doesn't feel like that. Everyone is just like happy and like understands, you know, the next step is the next step. And I think that's so cool.
Yeah, it really is. And everybody congratulates everybody. I like see it on Instagram. Like when one artist posts something, I'll see another, oh, congratulations, this is amazing. It's like, do you see that on rap? No. Do you see that in like that type of genre? No, you do not see any of that. Not in hip hop, not in
right.
None of that. So I mean, country music is just, that's all I'm gonna say. It's perfect.
I'll just say that with you. It's cool.
It's cool. It's cool. Okay, so we talked about grateful for 2021. Now 2022. What are you most excited for this year?
Well, this month is going to be a great month. I can't touch on it yet, but I'm excited for Better Man. There's more things happening with Better Man, which is really exciting. I'm also about to shoot my music video, which is really cool. But I'm just excited. Like I just can't believe the progress that happened in 2021 with country. And so I'm very excited to see what can happen with 2022 when you like build this foundation of people that, you know, are supporting and backing you up. It only inspires you to do more. So I've been like writing with so many people now, co-writing, which is very new to me. And yeah, I'm just excited to get new music out there, and hopefully things open up and we can play some live shows. Ugh.
I know. For those,
you know what I'm excited for is summer. Get me in this hot weather.
Okay, Graham, let's just go to Florida. Screw it. Let's
do it. I'm so game. I'm so game.
Honestly, like think about that. People in Florida live where it's like 80 degrees all the time, 70, 80 degrees all the time, and it's sunny, and they have a freaking beach. We have a cold ass lake with snow, and the lake is probably frozen by now. It's minus 24 outside right now. So that's deceiving. I mean, like, and now we're in another lockdown again. Great.
Lockdown. All I want is a damn margarita, my toes in the sand, and like some sun on my body because I'm see-through right now. Like I need a little bit of a tan.
You should make a song. Please release a summer song so we can all get into the summer mood. Please.
I'm so down. I got some stuff up my sleeve, so we'll see.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I mean, the beginning of 2022, we're all excited. This year is going to be a really good year. I have a feeling that it's going to be a good year. You have a feeling that it's going to be a good year as well. I mean, now for people wondering, our premiere just announced a really back to technically a lockdown right now. So we're kind of, January is kind of starting off on a crappy foot in that aspect. But personally, we're going to have a good year regardless. And I mean, this is going to pass. Everything passes. And hopefully February, March, everything will go back to normal. And we can get on with the show.
Let's go. I think it's important too that, you know, everyone kind of stays on a positive morale, because as soon as we all sink in the negative of how crappy a situation can be, then that whole vibration just brings it all down. But I think that, again, the country community didn't do that. Everyone's kind of been figuring out new avenues and new ways that we can still bring each other together and lift each other up. And I think that's really cool.
And in one way, it's like, thank God for technology too, because if this was the 70s, I don't think they had Zoom. I don't think they had
Definitely not.
back then. So I mean, you have to be grateful for that too, because it allows us to have these types of conversations. And you're north of Barrie, and I am in Vaughan, so it's like really an hour away. We're not beside each other at all, but we can still chat.
It feels like we are. It feels like you're my best bud now, so I appreciate that.
Thank you. I try.
I honestly felt that way when you first met me, like when we were at the concert and we had like one word and I was like, oh no. And I was like, I've been drinking a little bit. You're like, that's okay. I was like, okay, we're good.
You know what? When we can finally go out, we're going to go grab drinks. That's what we're
I'm so game for that. I'm so game for that.
That'd be so fun.
It'll be fun.
And now before we kind of wrap things up, let's talk more about you. So tell me, where exactly are you from? You said you grew up in a small town. So where?
Yeah, so I'm from Elmville, Ontario, and I always say it's 1,200 people, but it's not anymore. We have like a bunch of new builds happening in the farmers' fields. So I think I would say like probably over $2,000 now for sure. But yeah, I grew up here my whole life, and the first time I moved away was when I went to university in Windsor. I was like, I got to get the heck out of here. I went 5 hours away to Windsor, and then I've kind of been all over now. I've been living in Toronto, New York, I don't know, everywhere. But yeah, my roots have always stayed in this little town,
And
which
you're
is,
honeys as well, right?
I'm 30.
30?
I'm 30.
Oh, honey, you do not look like you're 30. You look
Well,
like,
I will take that.
You look like 22. You look young.
Thank you. It's the natural sunlight glow.
Yes, it's and the light
I
eyes.
just blinded myself now.
But
But
that's for you to experience that too. Like, yeah, okay, you're 30. That's still so young. To be able to live and experience all that you have is pretty crazy, and it's pretty surreal when you really think back and reflect on it, because you're still so young. There's still so much more to experience, and you did quite a good damage now already. You're still so young.
I really appreciate that. It has been a fun ride for sure. And like I said, when I was writing High Life, like I think that was my moment that I sat back and like the fact that I got to introduce my parents to Cyndi Lauper was, I will never forget that moment in my life. And I will never forget their face when that happened too. Like it's kind of that like heart feeling of like, we're doing something is happening. But I'm also very lucky, like coming from the small town thing, like all my best friends still today are from kindergarten. Like we're all still best friends. We hang out. I shot my music video at this house, which is my friend's house, because my farm internet, I had to get out of there to do this. But and they've all kept me very grounded, which is really cool. It's like coming home. It's just always a humbling experience being with my family. And yeah, so it's been a cool ride and cool for them to see and cool for me to be a part of. And yeah, now we're here talking to you.
Yeah, you're talking to me. Soon when things start opening up and you get your own tour and your own tour bus, you guys can all go road tripping through the state.
Oh my God, that would
How
be
much
the
fun that
best.
would be. That'd be
Oh, so fun. I wish I could just, you know what? I'm manifesting. I'm going to get to the point where I have just another bus that follows us, and it's just going to be my friends and family just coming along the whole time.
Honestly, manifestation works. Like,
I believe it. I'm reading The Law of Attraction right now. It's changed my life.
I want to read. I'm right now. I'm reading The Power Is Within. I'm like, there's some
Okay.
books that I want to read that involve that, and it's just. I think that one I'm going to add to. I'll probably head over to Chapters and grab that book. I was watching The Secret too on Netflix, and I was like,
Oh yeah.
so good. So yeah.
Yeah, so good. I love all that stuff too.
Yeah, and for people that are kind of skeptical on it, just try it out, and I can assure you, you will not be disappointed at all, because it's very true.
Well, but also the thing is, all it takes is a positive mindset. Like I love that the podcast has now switched to this, but like it's not a hard thing to do. It's just thinking positively and asking for what you want.
Yep,
To
exactly. I have my vision board already ready right up here. And
yes,
thank you. And
yes.
I will say this already. Maybe 3 things on that have come true, and I just made it a year ago. So
Come on.
So I was like, wow, okay. So people, get on your vision boards.
Let's go, Vision Boards 2022, baby.
Positive affirmations you have to say, and the universe will work in your favor. Very true. And yes, we did completely flip from a country podcast to a full life podcast.
Yeah. We're actually just going to do a series now.
Me and Graham talking about law of attraction.
Yeah.
Okay, now just hopping back quickly. So country music, you love country music. So who are your musical influences?
Growing up, it was definitely like Garth Brooks, Johnny Cash. I had an 8-foot poster of Johnny Cash giving me the middle finger in my residence. It was, yeah. You walk in, that was the only thing you saw. I just love, well, Garth Brooks as an entertainer is everything that I aspire to be. And then now, like through the years, it's grown into, because I love vocals. I love vocalists.
Mm-hmm.
And so Rascal Flatts, Dan and Shay are like my biggest thing. And Front Porch mentioned Dan and Shay in my little blurb that they wrote. And so I had a bit of a heart attack, which was really cool. The heart attack wasn't cool, but the feeling was. But yeah, I love vocals. I love storytelling. I love entertainers. And so those group of people have been high on my list for sure.
But you do have a really good range for a male singer. Like you really do. It's not like that typical. I'm really bad when it comes to describing voices because I'm not a musician or a singer. But like it's not flat. You know what I mean? How like some artists kind of sing the same tone the whole entire song. You don't do that. Like you can actually bring your voice up to here and bring it back down to here. So like that's already really impressive. So I see why he compared you to Dan and Shay. Because
that was just a crazy. I like playing with melodies, and I think that's just it. And sometimes I kick myself in the ass because I write too high, and then I'm like, oh shit, I got to play this live now. But I just like playing with melodies, and I think that comes from an influence of the acting world as well. Like I would say my influences and genres are very much country, obviously. And then I have a bit of pop R&B flavor in there that I like to kind of add in. And I think that comes with the melodies. But I think why I like dealing with range and singing is because of musical theater. It's like the storytelling of the voice, either singing high or low or finding that melody. But yeah, I think it's cool to be influenced by all those. I think it's definitely helped me find my voice today.
And how about for acting? So who's your favorite actor? Do you have one? No?
No, I don't. Is it bad to say I don't care?
Who do you like there must be someone that you look up to and you're like, yeah, he's like a really good actor, whether it's a Broadway actor or like an actor on big time.
Yeah, I don't know if I have like ever focused on that. I think it's because I've always been thinking about music low key. But Hugh Jackman, I guess I would say, is incredible because he does the best of both worlds, of which I would like to do. He could be a Broadway star or he could be a movie star or do both. And so, I don't know, I guess I would say him. He's really cool. Another one I guess I would say, and I don't know if this is whatever, who cares? I think Jennifer Lawrence is amazing. I love Jennifer Lawrence.
I think she's incredible. Why did you want to say that? She is amazing.
I don't know why I felt weird saying that, but honestly, I would say everyone in that new movie, Look Up. What is it? Don't Look Up.
Don't Look Up.
Have you seen it?
Yes.
That's just like a bunch of brilliant actors and actresses that like could all be on my list, I would say.
Brilliant. Jonah Hill has my heart. I freaking love that guy.
So funny. So funny.
Freaking hilarious. But the movie...
yeah.
But yeah, the actors are top-notch actors, but yeah, the movie was just...
Right. Sorry if you hear a dog.
I can see the dog.
That's Ruby. She's the cutest. It's one of my friend's dogs. Sorry.
No, don't even worry. My dog was literally just barking a couple minutes ago. So it's,
Oh, I didn't even hear. I
yeah.
also love that Celine behind you, the C.
My
So
cousin
cool.
Celine.
It's so cool.
And isn't it cute? My cousin got it for me for my birthday.
No, it's beautiful.
Instead of using I have this backdrop, this like brick backdrop that I always use. I'm like, instead of using that, let's kind of change it up for like season
It
2.
looks good. This is a good look.
Yeah, I was like, that, and like a nice quote here, even though my lamp covers it. Vision board. The only thing
Vision board.
that is crappy is the fact that my blinds are
Oh,
right.
backlight.
Yeah, so the lighting when it comes, it bothers the crap out of me, but I make it work. I try to like
It looks good. No, it looks good. You're perfectly lit there.
Thank you.
And the smile is.
The smile, thank you. Okay, now before I let you go, we're gonna play a little game.
Yeah.
This or that.
Uh-oh.
Answer them. Okay? And we'll take it from there.
Okay.
We're gonna start in 3, 2, 1. Starbucks or Tim Hortons?
Starbucks.
Okay.
I'm not really like I'm not one of those people that like gets this and that and this and that in their drink, soy free, this and whatever. But I don't know. I think the taste of it is better, and I like their sandwiches better.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Vodka or whiskey?
Oh, depends on the party. But I would say I'm more of a whiskey. I drink more whiskey than vodka.
Oh,
I know.
that's strong. Okay. Next one. Would you rather go on I feel like I know this answer. Would you rather go on a tropical vacation or would you rather go to like Colorado and go skiing?
Definitely, I prefer the hot weather, but I am a snowboarder, so I do like to go snowboarding as well.
Oh, you do like to go snowboarding? Oh, that's cool.
I do. That's the only reason I like snow is for that reason. Otherwise, put me with a margarita in my hand, please.
Somewhere hot, please and thank
Yes. Make me sweat.
Do you watch Marvel movies or no?
I but I'm not like a Marvel, like I'm not a fanatic. I feel like I'm that way about all of movies, which is horrible, but
Okay. I was gonna ask a Marvel question, but like, okay, that's okay. Next one. Do you like action movies or rom-com movies?
oh, low-key sucker for a rom-com.
I wonder why.
Yeah, I don't know.
HallMark movies over here.
Right. Literally the same story over and over again, just different actors. But
But it's okay. When Christmas comes around, it's fun to watch still. I don't think
it literally, I say that, and I will be the first one sitting and watching all of them.
Yeah.
So
I mean, how can you not when Christmas comes? And they're like feel good movies too, even though they're so cheesy. There's still that feel good, like like this guy and girl, like they like each other, or this so it's you know what I mean? Like it's still like those.
And I think it really puts you in the Christmas mood because there's always like a little bit of Christmas music. And did you know they're all filmed in the summer?
That's what my mother just told me. Yeah.
Yep.
I didn't know that. I did not know that.
Yeah. Little fun fact for you Hallmark fans.
Yeah, interesting. With the fake snow, you can tell it's fake, but like
There's sometimes where I noticed it, like in the movie I did. I shouldn't even be saying this. Whatever.
No, say it, just say it.
You could see the car like driving over the curb to like get around a roadblock, and the foam just like lifts up. The snow foam just like lifts up. Oh, it's hilarious.
I think
it was so fun though. It was so fun to shoot.
Well, I'm sure it was really fun to be in a movie or like a TV show, whatever. I feel like that would be so much fun. Like
it was so much fun, but I was so nervous. It was my first time on set, and the lead of the movie, her name is Bonnie Somerville. So she was Mona in Friends, Ross's girlfriend. So when I got there, I was like anxious, but she just like again opened me with arms wide open and like helped me through my first experience, which was really cool.
It's nice when other people in the industry are like that. Like we were talking about country music because everybody in this industry is, but when it comes to acting too, it's nice to hear that other actors are like that because like you were saying before, it is kind of competitive when it comes to acting, but then it's not at the same time, but everybody's still kind of fighting for that like lead role. So it's still
You're always like fighting for the lead role, but you're always supported from the people
yeah.
who don't get it as well. It's just it's a whatever.
It's good.
Just whatever.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you 2 more questions, and then
Okay.
so pineapple on pizza or off pizza?
Oh gosh, if you put pineapple on pizza, don't even talk to me.
Thank you.
I'm a pizza fanatic, and that is like the number one no-go.
No, like you just don't do it. Thank you.
No, please don't.
And now toilet paper. I love asking this question. Toilet paper. Do you like put it on the rack and it hangs over like this, or do you put on the rack and it hangs to the back?
No, I'm a hangover.
Over. Right.
Over. Pull down. Yeah.
Thank
In
you.
the back? How do you even do that?
Honestly, my last conversation, I was talking to someone, and it was really another country artist, and he was like, if you put it in the back, you're gonna have shit on the wall.
That's funny.
I was like, oh my god. Then we started on this whole topic about that, and it was so interesting, to say the least.
That's so funny.
And the last one, what's your favorite sports team? Do you have one?
Favorite sports team? It used to be like, I remember playing mini sticks when I was younger, and I never had a favorite team. And someone was like, it was like one of the kids' moms. They were like, you have to have a favorite team. You can't grow up not having a favorite team. So forever it's been Detroit Red Wings.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wasn't expecting that.
No, sorry. Oh, I would say Blue Jays too. If we're gonna go baseball, I love going to the Jays game.
They're fun.
It's like the best thing ever. And other than that, I don't really know much about anything. But I like wearing blue.
Yeah, I'm sure blue looks good on you too, because you got light eyes.
Oh, thank you. Okay, coming from my heart, I see you.
Well, I'm saying it because I have light eyes too, and blue looks good on me all the time.
It's
so.
just like, yeah, it just pops them.
Yeah,
I remember when I was doing Kinky Boots, actually, the Jays were in was it the World Series tournament, or?
I think, yeah, with Jose Bautista, and he was on the team, right?
Yeah, so I got to sing the national
Yeah.
anthem for them. That was like, it was like a sold out house, but I just remember it was like everyone from our show was getting out, and we were pretty close to the stadium. So then the stadium was getting out, and it was just like a sea of like Kinky Boots fans and people wearing blue, and the city was just like thriving. Like it was the best time. I miss moments like that so much. Now you go to Toronto, it's like literal concrete jungle. Like it's not the same. I miss it.
Not the same. I mean, hopefully when the Leafs win the Stanley Cup, I feel like that would be amazing. But I mean, I feel like that's gonna happen when we're 60. So
yeah, we might have to wait a while for that one, but hopefully not.
Yeah,
we'll see.
Hopefully not, but I don't know. Honestly, the team gets our hopes up every year, and then come playoff time, I don't even know what happens. They just die. They literally just fall flat every single time. But that is another topic for another story. Because
that's our next episode of the podcast.
Next episode, yeah. We have the law of attraction one,
yeah,
the COVID-19 one, and now the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Yeah.
Stick around if you want to listen to the series with Graham and Celine.
We're honestly crushing it. Love it.
Honestly. Well, thank you again, Graham, for jumping on here to chat with me on Country with Celine. This has been a lot of fun.
Oh my gosh. Thank you for having me. I always love talking to you. You know this. We already talked for an hour before we even started recording this, so we could talk. We could talk for forever.
I know, right? And we were chatting on Instagram too a couple times. Like, hey.
I know.
I know. Honestly, once things open up again, like I said, drinks. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm so game for that. Schedule me in somewhere. Make it in Florida.
Please, I'm down. Let's just go.
I'm seriously down. I'm booking the flight right now.
Thank you. Let's go.
Why'd you have to go so far? Take another piece of this heart. You could've left to put the last goodbye.